I'm delivering live free picks for today's action. If you would, make sure you like and subscribe and set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. You can bet in the best numbers here from our cappers here on our show, Game Day Picks from Tony'sPicks.com. Remind you of a few things. Our promo code, you can save 20% off all pre and pick packages. When you use a promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Then click the All Cappers tab to get signed up. Also, love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments below. Also, if you've been to Tony'sPicks.com lately, check it out. We have a new design on our site. We're now 3-column across here, showcasing the latest premium picks for you here. You can see the records on the top. Latest premium picks, these packages will be set up. We're going to clean this up a little bit. We're going to try to tighten it up a little bit. We'll get that corrected a little later. Of course, if you want to read more of the write-ups, we'll have a read more there, so we'll have that fixed. But I want to take note here of our latest premium picks. Each capper can now designate a best bet on the board each day. You click the best bet. Now they can make one best bet per sport. So sometimes you'll see more than one best bet because they're crossing over different sports. We can do that. We've got let's see, Mindy here with the best bets here as well for Tuesday MLB. We've got I've got one up there. So guys, check it out here on our best bet tab. Also, our cappers can designate one of their premium picks as a $15 premium pick. It's usually to their service. And you can see as well, Mindy's has one up there. I've got one. Of course, a lot of us make that $15 premium pick a best bet because we want to introduce you to our service. Also, make note here of the pick ticker. These are the upcoming games that are starting here, sorted by sport. So you can check that out. I'll have this fixed where you can see team versus team. This is kind of too vague, I think, for someone who would buy a pick. But anyway, we'll get that fixed. We are going to make this a little, I like team versus team. Some cappers don't. So we're going to give them the option of just hiding the pick, not letting you. So again, that's up to them. I make fun of it because, anyway, it's just something behind the scene, behind the curtain there. But yeah, I want you to see team versus team. Some of the cappers don't, so we'll have a solution for that. But anyway, these are the games starting here. You can click the buy button to get to purchase. Again, I don't think we'll get too many sales when you just see MLB game up here, but I was proven right. If you look at our individual sales the last couple of days, yeah, that's what happens. I know what I'm talking about. Also, you can sort by sport when you click the MLB tab. You'll sort by sport. You can also hit boxing, UFC, soccer. It'll show you the different games coming up. Again, like I said, I know you guys want to see the games. I don't know why I even showed you this for. I probably shouldn't have even showed it to you. All right. Also, we mentioned the promo code, so let's go ahead and let's get the show underway. Let's take a look who's on the show today. With us today, we've got Ramon and Mindy. All right, let's go ahead and let's get the show underway. This is here on Game Day Picks. We'll go ahead and welcome in Mindy. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's bring in Mindy right now. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well. I like the new layout. I thought it was pretty cool. But I agree with you. I like to see the games too, especially coming up here for football, right? I think some people always think, well, someone might have a pick zeroed in, so they're not going to get that pick. But we have lots of picks out there.
Yeah, we have lots of picks out there. People want to know what they're getting. It's at a premium price. It's not. It's. I think it's fair for what we're asking. That the customer should see the pick. I know a lot of the cappers on a high. We're going to give them that option too. But anyway, I prefer that as moving forward. All right, we don't have the Padres playing the Padres. We have the Padres playing the Giants. I think the Padres were on my mind for some reason. Anyway, we got the Padres here minus 130. The total sits here at 7.5.
Is my microphone okay?
It's making it. Yeah, it sounds like a flutter.
Okay. What if I unplug? Is it better that way? Or I get nothing?
I still hear something come from your mic.
All right, how about now?
Still the same.
Still the same. Okay. Do you want to move on and then I come back? I'll reset it?
Yeah, let's reset it. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and reset the microphone, and we'll go ahead and we'll start here with Ramon. So let's go ahead and reset the show here. We're going to go ahead and bring in Ramon as Mindy gets her microphone fixed. And let me just get the graphics off the tab here. So let's go ahead and let's get this one away. We're going to start off today with Ramon. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Also host the morning show. Let's bring in Ramon right now. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, can you put the Padres versus the Padres back on the screen? That way the Padres won't lose.
Yeah, I know, right? They won yesterday.
Yeah, but it was a big-time sweat. This team is not getting it done. I've already given up on the I don't know about giving up on the season, but just doesn't feel right with the things that have gone on. So let's talk about this game.
Yeah, this one is an interesting one here because I gave out the Cubs yesterday as an underdog, just missed. But anyway, we got the Blue Jays here to host the Cubs. The Blue Jays here at minus 220. Total sits here at 7.5.
Yeah, I mentioned to Mindy today that the Cubs are, they're out of it, but they're playing with some heart. I would say they're playing pretty well for Ross. They're showing some guts, and they might here because they've got Marcus Stroman on the mound. Not that Marcus Stroman is, any great shakes anymore. He's getting, he's hanging in there, still battling during his career. But of course, he is the former Blue Jay, and he's returning to Toronto to face his team that he was when he was a star, when he was a very good pitcher, not a superstar, but borderline, very good and always solid, give him a great outing every time. So I think that's what I'm banking on here. Stroman to come out and give a strong effort. Had a 3.63 ERA over the last 3 starts and a ERA just over 4 on the season. The Cubs on the run line this season, they usually getting the run and a half most of the time, and they haven't been terrible. They're down to just 1.5 units on the run line. That's the way I'm going to be looking at this one with the Cubs. A rare run line here for you, Tony, from me. Stroman had a rough outing versus St. Louis, but he's been good, actually, since returning from that injury, especially when he first came back in July. I think he kept his ERA under 1 for those first few outings in July. Might have been just a couple, but 2 or 3 outings. Did pretty well. For Toronto, Gosman, he's been solid, 3.15 ERA, but a 4.86 ERA over his last 3 starts. And I didn't mind you picking the Cubs yesterday. Toronto, a little bit of a funk. Now they did win, so they're 2-6 in their last 8 games at home. Yesterday's score was 5-4. Can't really tout the Cubs lineup too much. Gosman should have the advantage against them, but I'm just expecting Stroman to keep him in the ball game for as long as he can. I've got to really dodge the Cubs bullpen a little bit in order to get this one home, but I'm going to, and I'm going to look for the Cubs to stay in there and battle in this one, Tony, against the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are starting, I would think, to feel the heat big time right now at just 11 games over 500. Every game kind of crucial for their situation right now. And I don't know, Tony. I just think the Cubs just playing out the street. I don't want to say the Cubs are at their best in this situation. Some teams just play a little better when they have nothing to play for. And I think that's what we've seen, from the Cubs over the last few years. I think Ross, that's the type manager he is. He's not going to let a team give up at any time, even if they are out of it. I mean, they're 20 games or so under 500. They're 10 games under 500 on the road. We know the Blue Jays pretty strong at home, but again, the Blue Jays, I don't think they've lived up to the expectations of what we think the Blue Jays are going to do at home. And again, they've struggled a little bit again at home of late. So I just want Marcus Stroman to come in there and throw a pretty good ball game and keep them in this one. I'm not sure if Gosman necessarily is, I'm not going to say broken or getting worse as the season goes along. I mean, I think he's the type of pitcher that still could find his form, but right now it's not necessarily great. Now, I mentioned the 4.86 ERA over the last 3 starts is actually a little better than that over his last, I want to say 7 or 8 starts. That one's off the top of my head, but I like the Cubs to hang in there, Tony. I want to give them a chance here against the Blue Jays. They've definitely got to be a little bit stronger in the bullpen, but Blue Jays, and again, nothing special right now, just hitting 232 over the last 10 games or so. Cubs aren't hitting much better than that. I think when we gave out some plays on the show this morning, I agreed with Tony T, and I said go under. So maybe we can get a little bit lower scoring game here. Maybe hang out in the 4-3 range and get me home with the Cubs.
Yep, Cubs here, run line plus 1.5 runs, minus 120 here against the Blue Jays. Yeah, hard to argue this one. The way the Blue Jays have looked here, getting swept by the Angels, and of course we're seeing some of the things why that the manager was released, and of course the interim manager coming in, and of course the Toronto still kind of middling, not playing to their expectations. There was a weird stat. Yes, I think we looked at the Blue Jays as a. I know that this may not be the case today. I don't think they're at minus 200 today. Were they? What was their odds? Were they minus when they were minus 200 a favorite or more at home? They were 20-21, and they had negative 18 units. I mean, that just shows you there. And they are a minus 200 unit here, minus 200 favorite again in this game. And they have just performed poorly in this role as a heavy favorite at home. It's been ugly. Actually, those are the overall numbers at home. I think it was a little less. But anyway, they have not been well in this role here as a minus 200 favorite. Almost a little bit, 2 games over 500 now, but negative about 17 units, which is really, really poor, especially when you're that big favorite. Also, Gosman, when he's been his numbers over the second half here of the past 2 seasons has not been a really good second half pitcher over his career. I'm kind of looking at numbers here since he's come in the second half. His team's records here: 9-16, 3-8, 3-8 here on the road. I'm sorry, 3-8 against the money line against a bad team with a win percentage of 380 to 460 over the last 2 seasons. So when he goes up against a bad team, just 3-8 team record.
Yeah, and you mentioned them being over a $2 favorite. I think they kind of opened more closer to 225 or so, and I think the move's actually been slightly on the Cubs. I'm seeing several books right now getting down closer to under 210. So a little bit of action, I think, coming in on the Cubs, maybe kind of based on kind of some of the things that you were saying, and they've just turned out to be not a strong favorite when it comes to at home. I mean, we expect them 10 games over 500, definitely doing a decent job. But again, what we thought at the beginning of the season, for the Blue Jays, hasn't necessarily manifested itself this season. And Toronto is looking. Their expectations, no doubt, were higher than what their current situation is. Again, maybe starting with the dominoes started to fall when they fired the manager. So again, they could win this one yesterday, 5-4, gutsy effort there, but I've got to give the Cubs a chance here. It looks like they're fighting pretty hard in the second half just to have some respectability. Ross will not let a team just pack it in, it looks like to me.
Yeah, Toronto 13-12, minus 17.7 units against the money line as a home favorite of minus 200 or better. Yikes! Those are tough ones to swallow there. All right,
that's going to get you a lot of. That's going to be a lot of negative units long term like that. Yeah.
We got Ramon here. Cubs run line plus 1.5 runs, minus 120 here against the Blue Jays. This one to have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for action here for Tuesday. 15-game card here for Major League Baseball, as well as peripheral action, college football just a couple days away as we have the Thursday action coming up here. Of course, you are the top unit producer over at Tony'sPicks.com. 1,246 units of profit for the year. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, I'm scared, Tony. It's almost September 1st. I got nothing right now in Major League Baseball. Trying to finalize maybe a best bet there. There are just 2 games that I'm looking at as a premium. Not even sure. My plays tonight, I have a 3-pack in the Dana White Contender Series. Tony, right now I'm 9-2-1 in my last 12 MMA picks. I've been a little bit of a slump this week, so I'm going to go to the well where I've been getting paid, and we're going to go to the world of MMA for the Dana White Contender Series, which is on ESPN Plus tonight. Pretty exciting MMA action, that what you have in the Dana White Contender Series. If any of our fans are used to watching the programs on the weekends, the big pay-per-views and the ones on ESPN Plus, the UFC cards, well, on Tuesday nights for 10 weeks during the year, top prospects end up battling each other, and at the end of the fight, the end of the night, the 5 winners, Dana White will announce which 5 of them have received a contract to the UFC. Usually, if you go in, Tony, as a $3 favorite, Dana pays attention to the odds. If you go in as a $3 favorite and you win a split decision, probably not getting a contract. But for the last 2 weeks, all 5 fighters that have won have received contracts, and that had not happened over the first 4 weeks, where they were averaging about 3.5, maybe 3 contracts out of the 5 fighters. So what you end up seeing are people, fighters that, if anything, these are where the real stories come, and maybe even more emotion. If you watch the show, you kind of feel more emotion in these fighters because they are on the cusp of making it to the big time. Once they get to the big time, sure, those are great moments too, and but they're more professionals then, and they're in the octagon, either in the apex, or if they can make it to those huge events with the crowds. But tonight you got an intimate setting, really just family, friends, a few invitees, and that's the way that show works. It really is a neat show, and I've got 3 plays tonight, including a pretty big underdog. So please get my 3-pack. It's $30 for the Dana White Contender Series tonight. And again, reiterate that record, Tony: 9 wins, 2 losses, 1. I think it was a majority draw that I had on one of the plays. So that's where the 1 came in. So right now, that's where I'm the hottest, and I've got a card tonight, and that's what I'm going to end up going with. So that's my big plays tonight. Of course, we'll be probably back in action a little bit in the WNBA tomorrow, moving forward with college football. I do have 4 plays already up for long-term subscribers for this Saturday's action in college football. And, of course, the action gets underway on Thursday. Mindy and I actually covered several of those games. If you had missed our morning show, the Morning Steam, that comes on every morning at 6 a.m. Pacific, where I'm at, Yawn, and at 9 Eastern. We previewed all the Thursday games and gave a pick. I think Mindy and I gave a pick out for practically every game, both of us. So if you want some more picks, please check out our show, Mindy and I's show on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, The Morning Steam, and we're so happy to do it, Tony, and be part of the channel, and got our own little niche, if you will. So get my card tonight, Tony. That's all I'm plugging, is that Dana White Contender Series card. I really like the plays that I have, and if I can extend that streak and go 12-2-1, we might just pack it up altogether in Major League Baseball once September 1st hits, because you know what happens then. And I don't say I feel bad for you, buddy, but you're going to have to preview all those games, all those football games, and I don't know, maybe you'll probably dole them out to me, and I'll be picking baseball games for you, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll see. I know I missed my workout this morning because of it. But anyway, get on board. We're most got over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the number is 1,246 units of profit. He's got that 3-pack from the Dana White Contender Series. Tuesday night UFC action there, MMA action. So get on board here. Ramon Scott, he's put together a great record here. MMA premium picks on the year, a 971 units of profit, 9-2-1 his last 12 MMA releases here on the site, all documented. Again, go to Ramon's handicapper page. You can see the MMA plays up there. There, of course, if you look at our leaderboards, we have all the sports documented there that you can check. All these peripheral sports that we have documented. We put our cappers on record here with their selection. So get on board there. And of course, if you're looking for longer term passes, Ramon does have a 7-day all sports pass. Get all of his premium plays for 7 days. 7 days of baseball. Remember, college football. We've got college football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this week. So that will cover you in that 7-day all sports pass with all Ramon's action here. Of course, he's in action here with UFC. We got a UFC card coming up this weekend as well. We also have U.S. Open tennis. If you see something, we're still in the early rounds. Early rounds here, the round to 64. There's a lot of long shots, big favorites. We'll see how as they trim it down. Then of course you get to see the form of these players on this hardcourt surface there in New York. So as we whittle away from these early rounds, we'll get our. I'm sure Ramon will sink his teeth into this tournament. It's a big one here on the U.S. Open. So guys, that could also be part of your 7-day all sports pass, as well as the other peripheral sports. WNBA playoffs are in action, CFL. Ramon has done those video series very well on the CFL as well as WNBA, so get signed up. And we're going to save you some money here on that 7-day all sports pass, or any of them, when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description and click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Of course, you could use that in the passes on the Contender Series, or a longer term pass, a 30-day or 1-year all pass. Use it on any of the passes you'd like. Again, access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description, then the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. It's Tony's Picks Ramon.
Yeah, Tony, and what I have on Twitter account is another play on the Dana White Contender Series. Got a free play for you over there. Big favorite, but one that I like and wasn't that I wasn't going to put necessarily into the package. I got kind of a sizable favorite tonight in the package. Kind of have one big favorite, one pick'em matchup, and one dog to kind of balance things out over there. It was only 5 bouts, and I did want to make a 3-pack, and there's 3 plays that I like the best. So I got the 4th one kind of on the free picks over there. Tony's picks, Ramon. And if I could, one thing that was interesting, I was looking, and I'll just, if you want to match me up in the 2-for-1 capper promotion, maybe for 3 days with Hollywood Sam, you'd have a premium pick on all 5 fights tonight. I noticed that Sam had premium picks on the 2 fights that I didn't have premium picks tonight. So if you want to get the 2-for-1, how about matching me up with Hollywood Sam for 3 days, and that way you have 5 picks tonight over in the Dana White Contender Series. But if not, one of his plays, I don't know what he's on or what not, but I have a play over on Tony's picks, Ramon, for tonight's Dana White Contender Series. If you don't want to get the package, you can still pick up a winner, hopefully, with me there and watch the card tonight. Like I said, I encourage everyone, if you do like MMA, but you don't watch that show, I think you'll enjoy it because, again, really, sometimes you get another chance out of that if you don't make it. But if you don't look great here, that could be it. And really, the emotion of the interviews, everybody loves the interpreter, Fabian, I think his name is, the guy who translates both Portuguese and Spanish on the show, the guy with the wavy hair, good-looking dude, right? But he puts such a reason people like him is, he really conveys the emotion of the fighters when they are talking to him, and then when he turns to talk to, Joe Rogan or Daniel Cormier, whoever, he relays that information with that same enthusiasm, and that's what you get, man. You get even almost as much, if not more, enthusiasm from these fighters when they actually make it and get their contract. It's very nice to see, and if you're an emotional guy like I am that loves things like that in sports, it's really fun to watch.
That's right, guys. Check out Ramon. He's got that Dana White Contender Series pick for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. So get on board, sign up, and get logged in. All right, Ramon, it's always great having your show, but we got to talk about that morning steam. What a great show today. I tuned in here, caught the replay when I was up about 7:30 my time. Checked it out. It was really, really great because you guys, you and Mindy together, put together the entire Major League Baseball rundown with picks as well as the Thursday college football card. So for those of you who want to watch the replay, you guys did a great job today.
Yeah, and yesterday we showed some videos, kind of ran out of time. I think the format's going to be, we'll rely on our handicapper videos when on a light card day. But, man, we got to start getting these football games in for Saturday. We figure if we can knock them all out by Saturday morning, we'll be good to go. We just want to get you a play. So what it is, it's basically your coaching, Tony. You've said, we come on here and, of course, we want to show our expertise. We get one shot with you, and it's a great format. This show, the other shows that you do. But you kind of said, people realize that sometimes they want just the picks. You can't, you tease me a little bit, so I kind of, got you back. But I'm saying we're going to give rapid-fire picks, and I think that's what people kind of want sometimes, and that's what we're going to do. Mindy and I come at you, boom, 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 right down the card every game, pick in baseball, and we're going to do the same in football moving forward. So I think that's a good format for the morning steam. It's like a steam train.
That's right,
Tony. And that's what we're kind of doing. And of course, I'm a big steam guy, and that's where the connotation comes from the markets. Mindy and I had a long talk about steam today, and talking about my expertise of the market, if you will, and how that works, because there's so many misconceptions about how market handicapping works, if it's just noise or if it's real. But to me, it's real, Tony, because it's line movement. That's the most significant thing, really, in sports betting, because it's something that a lot of casual bettors will just ignore, right? It's kind of like, a Dodger game at $2 compared to the Dodger game at $3, right? If it goes up and you've missed out on that, really, you honestly can't take a game that opened at $2 if you had a shot at the line. Sure, if you're a casual bettor, lay the $3, that's fine. But if you're looking to make money long term, you got to either jump on those steam plays, or get away from them a little bit or fade it. That's fine too. Reverse line movement is a great option too when it comes to market handicapping. So, I'll always continue to expand on that with you and kind of give you my philosophy on that. Of course, I love the personnel, the trends. I'm big on trends and things like that. But again, I sit here with these screens open and I love watching it when those lines move and have to investigate right away when I see line movement.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Ramon. Follow at Tony's with Ramon. Of course, check out the morning show, the morning steam with Ramon and Mindy Hahn. You can like, subscribe, set notifications so when they go live, you're live with them. So you can bet in those best numbers and get those best numbers.
Thanks for those graphics, bud.
Oh, don't worry, more coming on the way. We're not done. We just barely started. All right, Ramon. Keep it up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Bye, Tony. Thank you.
Got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. All right, let's continue on here with the show. We'll get back. Hope Mindy got her connection corrected. Let's bring her on right now. You'll find her at Tony'sPicks.com, part of the morning crew here at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Mindy, what's happening again?
So I hope I fixed it. I just unplugged the big one. How's that work?
Worked. Sounds great.
All right.
Sounds great.
Good. I think I might be getting a faulty USB port or something. Might have to upgrade, right?
Mm-hmm. Could be. That sounds that way. No doubt. All right, here we go. Back to the game here at 9:45. We got Padres here on the road against the Giants. Now they found an opponent. We found the opponent for the Padres. It's the Giants. But Padres here minus 130, total 7.5.
Yeah, so another fun one from the National League West, right? So we had quite a bit that went on yesterday, an umpire that went out, some lighting issues. Ramon said, the game was in delay, and I was like, oh, it must be rain. And then he was like, no, it's lights. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forget you guys don't get a whole lot of rain there. But anyway, we got Snell on the mound. He's 5-7, 4.24 ERA, 116 Ks. He's a guy that just kind of started out bad, then just totally went on fire, and then kind of back to maybe, not so good. 9 runs over his last, 8 innings of work. And then also you have Logan Webb on the mound here on the other side for the Giants. He's 4-8. Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong stat. He's 11-7, 3.33 ERA, 130 Ks. He's kind of the ace of their team. Hard to hit at home, but he's kind of one of those that has had like an awesome start to the season. But when it's come here, to August, his last 2 starts, he's been giving up 5 or 6 runs. So it's really going to come down to whether or not he can keep his command. He's been putting on a lot of, batters here as of late. And so he needs to make sure that he has a little bit, better control. A lot of times that's a mental issue. Hopefully it's not, an injury, something like that. But both of these teams are kind of offensively challenged right now. Both bullpens are not necessarily, great here as well. You have the Padres here at 4.43 runs per game, and the Giants at 4.42 runs per game. So this one is pretty evenly matched. But for me, I'm going to go here with the underdog in this one. I'm taking the Giants at the 110. I think here Logan Webb is going to be on his game here today and going back to giving up those 3 runs or less rather than those 5 or 6 runs that he's been giving up his previous 2 starts there. Also, the Giants, they're 7-0. After scoring 5 runs in their previous game, as they did last night. So, fun little tidbit there.
Yeah, maybe they found their hitting back, right? It's the hitting that has been really disappointing here. They were just in the mid-hundreds, I think, against right-handers, but they face a lefty here. Yeah, what kept me off the Padres, and I kind of liked them on the free pick, but not so much on a premium, is the fact that, and I just saw this stat right now, and I probably might have should have looked at the total in this game, because Snell, in road games against the division over the past 2 seasons, team record is 1-9.
I've seen some of those, right? But it's also, if I take a look at just over like the last span of games here, right? Each of these teams are trying to stay, in contention. The Padres, have a little bit better shot at it, I think, as they go. But the Padres are 5-6 out of their last 11. and the Giants here are 4-8 out of their last 12. The one thing I think, though, about Webb that kind of, I think gives him maybe a little bit more of an edge here is that he really keeps the ball down, right? He's only averaged, one home run here in August. So I'm kind of looking for him to just get back at it, like his command today. Think that the Giants are going to come and play ball here after a shaky start yesterday.
Yeah, ground ball rate here of 58% for Webb, so that is pretty solid of the home pitcher here. Giants plus 110 here against the Padres. This one will have a start time 9:45 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. A big card here from Major League Baseball. 15 games on the board. WNBA again looks like it resumes again tomorrow in the playoffs. What do you have going on over at the site?
So just missed, my 3-0 day yesterday. It was with those Giants, so I'm hoping they redeem me here, today. But I do have, or that I put out overnight, I have my best bet $15 pick of the day for Major League Baseball. And then I went ahead and put together another 4-pack. So on there, I don't have that premium in there. So this would be an additional 4-pack on that one. To get 4 more of my best plays throughout the day. I gave some hints away on the morning show here this morning, so you kind of can take a look at those and maybe do a little bit of, predictive text or whatever you may say, right? Give you a little hint on where I'm headed in some of those games. But also, kind of like as you mentioned earlier, it's time to go ahead and get these longer term passes. You can go ahead and get a 3-day, 7-day, or month-long. We have a really, big card here. I think it's like 75 games left for college football. And then we'll take a look at, I'm going to do my work here for WNBA here tonight. And so we'll see if we have anything more for that. But it's one of those that, Ramon kind of mentioned that with, getting the one handicapper, 1 at half price. I mean, if you take a look at, Ramon usually puts out 9 or 10 plays a day, same as me, something like that where you get, you're looking at maybe 30 picks over 3 days and you're getting those at under $4, basically per play. And I don't think you could ask for more when it's coming down to, big cards over the weekend. You really want to get your bankroll started for, for college football and to get off some nice starts here. So looking forward to the week. So get some of those packages before they are gone.
That's right, guys. You got a board with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com, showing good results also in baseball as well. Of course, WNBA last 7 days strong. Get on board, Mindy, with we've got a 4-pack up there for Major League Baseball up there right now from Mindy. Also in action here with the Best Bet Tuesday Major League Baseball. Of course, that is up on the board as well. And she's made that her $15 premium pick with that best bet. As Mindy was talking about, a good time to get those long-term passes. We talk about the 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass. If you want to try Mindy out for 7 days, that 7-day pass will get you all of Mindy's plays here for Major League Baseball. Remember, we have college football this week on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So that will be part of that 7-day all sports pass, WNBA playoffs. If Mindy sees something from these playoffs, she will be in action. So you check your members area there. So get on board with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com. You get the 7-day pass. If you want to upgrade to a 1-month pass, then of course you're going to throw in a couple more weeks of college football, as well as the start of the NFL, which now we're just a week from Thursday away. It's getting here. It's getting here quickly. So the NFL's 9 days away. That 1-month all sports pass will include the first 2.5 weeks of the NFL. So get on board there. Of course, you can save you some money when you use a promo code TonyT at checkout. You can save 20% off when you use the promo code there. It's $66 on that 1-month pass. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab and getting signed up here on the 7-day pass. We're just doing the quick math here. We're looking at about $27 off here when you get the 1-week pass, or $66 when you get the 1-month pass using the 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link in the description, then the All Cappers tab, and getting signed up. All right, Mindy, it's always great having you show up. We've also put together a Twitter account for you at Tony's Picks Mindy.
Yeah, so I have even another pick out there. So check me out on the Twitterverse at Tony's Picks Mindy. Usually put out 1 or 2 plays additionally on that. So again, you can always find something at Tony's Picks that will, fit your betting style, right? And you can see how each of us as handicappers, how we handicap differently. Everyone has a little bit different strategy that's been successful over the years. And that's why we put those strategies out here to the public. We sit around and we do all the hard work for you, so you don't have to. Again, we do leans on every game, and we can always find those best of bets picks that we put out there on the website for premium packages.
That's right, guys. Check out Mindy over at Tony's Picks. Mindy, and get signed up. And of course, Mindy, we like your morning show. You and Ramon doing a great job here. Say every day. I think Mindy, Ramon said, just say every day. Okay, every day, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You and Ramon together. And I know today was a really good show. You ran down the Major League Baseball card. Also, you covered Thursday college football.
So we had gone down and did, like Ramon said, like almost every pick on there for college football. So today's a good day. I mean, Ramon talks a lot about, strategy with getting those bets in, when you should play, when you should not. So that's one of those things, like, this information is very valuable when you're starting off a season and when to make plays. I think there's a lot to learn from, us two as handicappers here along the way in how we do things differently. And, I think we take a look at a lot of, what our consensus is. If we both like it, hey, maybe that's a better play for you. And we've been doing pretty well. Ramon, he was like 6-1-1 yesterday for baseball. I mean, so that's, a great day. So we're planning on putting a lot of those together. And hopefully we're offering content that you guys appreciate. And we also, we're looking for feedback from the viewers as well, right? So if there's certain plays or certain topics, we could definitely give our perspective on there. We're hoping as a collective that we can make, your sports betting experience, more profitable.
Yeah, the morning show is going to be the flagship show, and I can tell you right now, you won't have a problem with the comments. They will be coming pretty soon. Once the show will build up, it'll build up a big audience, and you will have too many comments that you can handle. Trust me. All right,
That's perfect. Yeah. We're excited. We're having a good time. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely, great show, guys. Tune it in here up. Every day at 9 a.m. Eastern time as they run down picks here, run down fast fire action here with the picks, baseball and college football Thursday. I know tomorrow they'll get the Friday college football, maybe even more in. So check them out every day and watch the replay. The replay's up there, guys. If you miss the show, the replay's there, and you can find it there on the live category. That's usually the live shows are prominently displayed on our YouTube homepage. So find it there. So get to give it a listen. All right, Mindy, keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Take care.
You got it. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Hey, guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys live with us so you can bet into the best numbers here on our show and all the shows that we have here as we introduce the morning show, the morning steam, Monday, every day here at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, so we want to make you note of our Game Day Pick show. Let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time for my pick. Let me bring up my card. You're going to be looking at this off-the-wall game here, Nationals and Athletics here, 7 Eastern time. Nationals minus 115, total 8.5. I'll be looking at Oakland in this game. 105 here against the Nationals. Really a lot to dislike here about this Nationals team. Cole Irvin's someone who I like. 23 starts, an ERA of 3.16. He keeps the whip at 1.03. A good ground ball pitcher, 39%, just 1 home run per 9 innings. He'll be facing Eric Fedde, who's had his issues. Sometimes that sinker doesn't sink and he leaves it up over the plate. ERA near 5, whip of 1.51, strikeout rate of about 18%. And again, we're looking at the walks an issue here, 11.2% on the walks, 1.29 home runs per 9 innings. So he does get hurt here with the home runs. But this is the National team, well, let's face it, that have not played well. They're 20-46 at home. And believe it or not, when the Athletics face some of these bad teams that are getting outscored by a half run or greater this season, they're 8-3. So they've held their own here against some of these really poor performing teams. 8-3 against teams that get outscored by half a run or greater this season. So we'll be looking here at Oakland here at minus the 105. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com right now. I have my best bet on the board. I also have a 3-pack, so 4 premium plays for Major League Baseball today from me over at the side. I am the top unit producer in Major League Baseball here over at Tony'sPicks.com. Coming off with my best bet winner yesterday with the Padres. Today we have a different best bet, so get on board with that play. And of course, you can get that 3-pack as well, or the long-term passes that will save you money. A 1-month all sports pass will get all of my plays, premium plays here for the month. All of my baseball, of course, my college football. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Monday for this week. NFL in about 9 days away, so that the 1-month pass will cover all those sports. We got off to a 1-0 start in college football. Kind of easy on the release. Had Vanderbilt. I thought that was my best bet of the day on Saturday. That came in easily there. Again, I like to take advantage of it's kind of a mismatch situation. I'm not even looking at some of the games here. I've seen one today for this week where you have the big school with the experience on the line against a small school that's inexperienced on the line. To me, that's the biggest mismatch. If you can find that, that's where you fire in. So keep that's a little hint there. Early season college football, when you have these non-conference big boys against the small conference school, look for the big college with experience on both lines against the opponent, the small college that has inexperience on both lines. That's a huge, huge, huge mismatch there. And we saw that there with Vanderbilt. So guys, get on board here with my plays right now, and we'll save you some money when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and getting signed up. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do the recap for today. Recap the plays from today's show. We started here with Mindy on the show. Mindy likes the Giants. Sorry that I got the Padres out of my mind. It's the Giants is Mindy's play. Money line plus 110 here against the Padres. And we got, sorry, I should have my ringer off when I do this show. I didn't have the ringer off. Hang on. Let me turn off the spammer. There we go. All right, we'll get it right. Here we go. We had Ramon here on the Cubs run line, plus 1.5 runs, minus 120 here against the Blue Jays. And yours truly here, Athletics, minus 105 here against the Nationals. All right, that'll do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks. Tune in again tomorrow live at 3 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. Bringing our cappers here from Tony's Picks. They'll give it live free picks here for that day's action. And don't forget to visit our show, our channel here, our site, Tony'sPicks.com. Kind of new design here with 3 columns across. You'll find the premium picks available from our cappers for today, as well as best bets. When you click the best bet tab, each capper can put up one best bet per sport. There'll be more than one best bet for capper if they pick in multiple sports. $15 premium pick. Each capper can pick as their $15 promotional pick. Just to introduce you to their service, and you can see here, a lot of our cappers, pretty much all of them today, has made their $15 premium pick their best bet of the day. So be sure to get signed up. You can find the pick ticker here. We'll just show you here the latest picks starting in just minutes. You can click the buy now button and get signed up to that. All right, that'll do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks, guys. Tune in again tomorrow live, 3 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. And of course, don't forget our morning show, the Morning Steam, now 9 a.m. Eastern time. So we got a morning show with a huge rundown of all the games with Ramon and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew here from today's show. We're going to goodbye to guys. Have yourself a great evening, afternoon. We'll talk with you guys again tomorrow live here, 3 Eastern time here on Game Day Picks.